Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the Board of Governors, members of the Academic Senate, graduates, staff, faculty, students, and the Nipissing community at large. Bojo and Ani. My name is Joan McLeod Shabogesic, and I'm honored to be here with you today. I'm a proud Nipissing Nation and nishnaabe-kwe. I am a part of a very large family. My 3 brothers and 15 sisters have been my friends, confidants, mentors, and the best cheerleading squad anyone could ask for. My family has a long-standing relationship with Nipissing University. 5 of us are alumni, having received our Bachelor of Arts and our Bachelor of Education degrees from this university. A few of our spouses are alumni. My daughter Rebecca and many of my nieces and nephews, great nieces and great nephews, have attended or received their degrees at Nipissing University. The ratio of the success my family has with education rests to a large degree to the importance that my parents instilled in us. My father, Fred McLeod Shabogesic Sr., raised his children to have a strong work ethic, and that is, we were told to put in at least 40 plus hours a week once we took on a job, and that we were not to leave that job until we finished it. The education of Nipissing Nation members was impacted and improved upon by my mother, Lida Kuchi McLeod Shabogesic. She was a product of the residential school system, attending St. Mary's School in Spanish from 1922 to 1926. My mother graduated grade 8 in 4 years. Her motivation, she explained, was to attend high school. Her greatest sadness was being told upon finishing grade 8 that learning to read, sign her name, and make bread was enough education to run a household. This denial to attain higher education resolved in her the pursuit for better education for the Nipissing children. My mother utilized the media and civil demonstration to achieve equal representation on the public and separate school boards. She called upon our nation members to write letters to the local media and show civil disobedience by withholding the attendance of their children in schools until equal representation on those boards of education were attained. She demanded that our native language be a part of the education curriculum. Her demand resulted in the first native language teacher being employed and Nipissing Ojibwe language being provided to the students of Our Lady of Sorrows School. Nipissing Nation also has a strong relationship with Nipissing University. In the past, many of my fellow nation members attended Nipissing for their studies. This past year, 23 Nipissing chose Nipissing University as their education institute. This enrollment represents 24% of the Nipissing Nation post-secondary education enrollment. Nipissing Nation has representation on the Board of Governors, takes part in relationship building projects, and Nipissing Nation members are employed faculty and staff. Here is a little known historical fact. In the early 1960s, when a northern university was in the planning stage, Nipissing Nation was approached to provide the land for the location of the new university. Our nation entertained the possibilities of not only employment, but also future education prospects for their children. The opportunity was not to be. Sudbury received the university and North Bay obtained a college with affiliate standings. It is appropriate that the college and later the university was named Nipissing. Nipissing shares a border with Nipissing Reserve Number 10 and is located in the territorial land of the Nipissing people. Chimigwech to my fellow Nipissing Nation members who supported me in my 37-year career at Nipissing Nation. I enjoyed every day of my career at Nipissing. It was an honor to develop and set in place the foundations of self-government for Nipissing land. Restoration of jurisdiction over our land was very important in the advancement of nation building and instilling nation pride. I must acknowledge the Chiefs Lands Advisory Board and the Land Management Resource Center and those land managers and government officials who provided me with advice and insight. My history degree from Nipissing provided me with the capability to research, direct, and negotiate 3 land claim settlements for Nipissing Nation. These settlements enlarged the land base of Nipissing and set in place monetary trust for the Nipissing people and future generations. A huge miigwech to the many chiefs and council I received direction from in my career, with special acknowledgement to Chief Philip Goulet and Chief Mariana Cucci, who I not only acknowledge as mentors, but as best friends. There is one area of my work at Nipissing that was very dear to my heart. In 2014, the Nipissing Nation Enhancement Trust Fund provided dollars for our youth for an opportunity to learn about their ancestors. The Nipissing Nation Archaeology School provides exposure to a field of study that a young person may want to consider to pursue in their post-secondary education. The summer school provides hands-on archaeology, practical skills, and the best practices in the field. Each year, a community celebration is held. It's very nice. This gathering provides the participating youth a forum to exhibit the artifacts collected from the sites and the background knowledge that they gain on the rich history of the Nipissing people. The summer school is a product of relationship building between Nipissing Nation, Nipissing University, and the incumbent archaeologist, Mr. Kenneth Wade. To the Nipissing graduates of 2020, I will not entreat you to create the new normal as described by President Obama. This is a known outcome. Whatever the future holds for you in your employment and future studies, your generation will be in charge of developing the processes and strategies on how humanity goes forward from this pandemic. Enhanced technology is changing how we communicate, meet, record, classes, or simply how we encounter and interact with each other. One example of this change is that your class of 2020 has the historical significance of being the first Nipissing University online convocation. My only advice for your future studies or careers is to nurture and embed inclusiveness for all. It will be important to hear from everyone and ensure that any changes or decisions that you may be involved with is reflective of the needs of all members of our society. Our neighbors to the south, we've heard in the news, are reeling from a government and a society that is unresponsive to the needs of the most vulnerable, a systemic failure to listen to the proponents advocating for change. We do a little better here in Canada, but we can do a lot better. I've always felt strongly that buildings, infrastructure, monuments, and statues should never be commemorated in the name of any specifically politically motivated individual. Someone's hero is another's adversary. To you, the graduating class of 2020, I wish you the best in your future studies and careers, and congratulations. With all my heart, I thank Nipissing University for the acknowledgement and conferring of the Honorary Doctorate of Letters on me. Miigwech, thank you, merci.